This has been Tara Opoff, and there's some friends of mine that have recently sold their house. So tell me about your experience.
Oh, it was amazing. We haven't done this in 15 years, so I
Right.
have no idea how much the game's changed in that time. But we knew who we wanted to list the house because we knew who did know how the game changed. Um, it was from start to finish. You came in, sat down, uh, walked through the house, took in all the information, and then said, "Here's what we're going to do." Laid out a plan, and I thought, "Okay, that's how it works today." And then you followed that plan, and I think within 6 days the house was sold, and for more than we listed it for. So
Quite a bit more than you can imagine that it was going to sell.
never
Right?
and never ever did I think we would get nearly $20,000 more than what we asked.
Yeah.
So
Very
yeah.
cool. So one of the things that I did was talk to you about a few things that you could improve on your house.
Yeah.
So what
Yeah.
happened with that?
There were a lot of things hanging on the wall. You said we should probably get rid of those things. I know. No, just kidding. you, you had said, "Hey, let's do some touch up work in the upstairs bathroom,
Uh-huh.
and then I know 3 Seasons porch. Let's look at the flooring a little bit, repaint that. I mean, these things took like less than 3 hours probably to complete, but looked phenomenal when they're finished. And I didn't even think we'd have time to schedule the work, much less get it done in time for when we wanted to show in that. And I think you had it booked and finished within 3 or 4 days
With the guy, the handyman guy.
with Mitch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very
Mitch
cool.
the man.
Very cool. So when I came in and gave you the pricing, what did you think of that?
Again, not having any idea of how do you arrive at this. I mean, everybody has a value in their mind of, oh, my house is worth this, or my neighbors are getting this, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But really, what determines that? And you came in and you walked the house, you took in all the information, and like someone who's done this for 30 years
Mm-hmm.
plus, you said, here's the market value for your home right now.
Okay.
Very confident.
Okay.
And I think as we talked, if you would have pushed it to us and said, what do you want to get for your home? Where do we even start? We needed someone that knows what they're doing to come in and say, this is what it needs to be.
Okay. And then I put together the expenses for you.
Yeah.
We went through those.
Yeah.
How did you feel like that, and how did you end up in the end?
I think looking at that and saying, wow, okay, here's what the market value for your home is. Here's what you owe. We wanted to be debt free. We wanted to pay everything off. And as you laid it all out, everything down to the last, estimate, and you wrote a line, here's what you're going to have at the end if this all works. And we kind of looked at each other like, that number's bigger than we thought.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. That gives us some options. And that's the way it worked out, in fact, and some.
Yeah. Very cool. Mm-hmm. During the process, how did we communicate with you?
Every day. And very quickly. It was through texts, through emails, obviously with our relationship, even personal phone calls. I never felt like I was waiting on information, or if I had a question, I could send a group text and get an answer within 5 minutes most of the time. Okay. Did you feel the same way? As we
same.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, cool. Well, thank you so much also for referring me to your parents.
Absolutely.
So what was the backstory there?
Absolutely. Well, you and I go back a lot of years, and you did this for us 15 years ago.
Yeah.
At a time, it was a very difficult time for us, and you said, "Hey, let me come in and help you out," and you did, and I've never forgot that. And when it came time for us this time, it was never a thought. Shortly after we listed our home, my dad gives me a call and says, "Hey, they live in the same neighborhood, and he's like, hey, we're kind of thinking of selling ours and going into a condo. Who do you think could help us out with that?" And I said, "It's a one-stop shop. You make this phone call and it'll happen." And I think it was within 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Same process. You met with them. You laid it all out. You set a date. This is your listing date. This is your open house date. You can expect offers most likely at this point, and this should be wrapped up. And I think it was in a matter of a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Here they are in the same boat. Sold their house, found a condo, and
they were fun to work with.
Yeah.
What was your experience like, Tara, overall?
It was there was no stress. It was just easy transition through it. That's good.
with 15 years.
Yeah.
There's a lot of memories associated with that. So
Yes.
I think for you to not have any of the stress related to actual buying and selling was big.
We just trusted you.
Awesome. Thank you so
Absolutely.
much. Well, it was a pleasure. Thanks again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yep.